Oh,
No, he
he
won't go to prison. It just means he's got a criminal record now.
But can he still run for president?
I'm not sure.
Oh, are we all echoing, guys?
Mikey is. Kick him out, quick.
Can you
Bye,
try
Mikey.
both of you? Is it still echoing?
Is that better?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, still echoing that.
All right, hang on.
Try coming back. I don't think it's me, is it? Is it me echoing? Hi. Sorry, I'm here. The boxes are open, guys. You've heard the headlines. So we got the back breach. You think he's the next target or the next victim of the so-called clique?
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be one of the next targets, even though he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, go on.
I've followed Fat Freak for a long time. I've even sent him information on people who I class as wrong-uns. And basically, he does his job to make people aware of what's going on. And basically, since the misread incident, he's now become a target for everyone, and now they're going after him, including Aunt Sally, Delusive Angie, Canadian Angie. They're all going after him.
Well, I just think they've got to be, they've got to, to take down the back freak. I think you've got to be either a lot cleverer, or you're going to need some sort of army, because the guy does come with backs, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's like with what I do. I've gone online with facts about another creator from a certain West End show. I'm not going to say the name, not giving them airtime, but basically they've used images of my children on their lives and also pretended to be a police officer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah, themselves and King Harry pretending to be police officers, calling people's phones.
Sorry, what? I'm confused.
Basically, Elphaba.
Okay.
And King Harry. My
who's
phone
King
number
Harry?
was doxed. King Harry was the person who had that event in Manchester, which Elphaba went to with the scabies.
Okay.
Now, basically, my phone number was doxed and it was given to Elphaba, and she rang me pretending to be a police officer while I was in hospital.
What is wrong with people?
I don't really know what's going on. Queen's sticky army.
Call me Shona.
Shona. But what I don't understand what the issue is with what. So they've doxed your pictures.
Yeah, of my kids and my phone number and my address.
Have you gone to the police?
Yeah, I've got a current investigation against Elphaba.
Oh, well then don't say anything else. If you want to talk about the Fact Freak, you're welcome.
Yeah, Fact Freak, he is an amazing guy, as I say. I've given him information on certain creators in my area who have been convicted of heinous crimes, and they're on TikTok, and he outs them for who they really are. And he does an amazing job. These people going after him, they're going to lose.
Mikey, what would you like to say?
Sorry, I was just chopping on my breakfast.
That's okay.
That's what I'm saying. Why no one did they get called to click? Why are they all going after Factory? Because they didn't like the truth.
Because obviously he's highlighted what Aunt
About
Sally. I
Sally.
don't know if she's guilty of it. I don't know. That's not for me to say. I don't know. But obviously this all stems from. Well, yeah. It all stems from, I think, other issues, and obviously the fact is, this issue regarding Aunt Sally and around Aunt Sally, this was all out in the public domain last year. So I don't really understand why it's all been brought up again, but is it another deflection off of something else?
But hasn't all this kicked off with Aunt Sally because of what she said the other day in Red's Live?
Yeah.
So people that are upset about that have dug up
And
the
then
past.
obviously it's
That's where it's probably come from.
Yeah. Because and not only that, that's twice basically he's called out misread, because one, it was the issue with the Zach incident and the pictures, and then obviously this issue now by allowing Aunt Sally to go on and victim shame type of thing on misread's live.
And then that's probably the second reason as to why he's going to be next.
Yeah. Lisa, morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is my first time on here being live. I was watching what Aunt Sally had called Fact Freak. She'd called him a whiner on a post. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
Now, considering this woman works with people in recovery and also works with survivors of things that a lot of us have been through, and she's supposed to be a woman of God, and she's attacking the man and she's wanting an apology for something she done. Now, Pearl opened up that box because Pearl just likes to stay relevant, and whoever the topic is with at the time, she will get them in her box because she's antagonistic and she loves the validation and she loves the admiration. Now, I've traced this back. I've actually got footage of when Fact Freak came into Miss Red's box and she had Feisty in there. Do you remember Feisty?
Yeah.
Right. So Fact Freak came into her box and said, do you mind if I hear this topic about a wronging? And Miss Red went, oh no, this is not the place to do that. You've got your own platform. Considering Miss Red's got such a big platform, she never raised awareness on DV, SA, things that she said she'd been through. This is all just target now. This is targets anybody in that. They're all trying to target and take the heat off Miss Red so she can come back and do her thing again. And I've got so many things that woman's done. I've watched that woman for 2.5 years. People think she's this sweet, kind person. She's anything but. She puts on this front of being this sweet, kind person. She's not. She's really not.
Can I ask you a question, Lisa?
Yeah, of course.
If you don't like Miss Red, why do you watch her?
No, I don't watch Miss Red. I did watch Miss Red because I was watching the damage she was causing. And I was seeing the stuff she was doing behind the scenes, and I was watching all these people be fooled, and I was just baffled by it. I was baffled.
The same sort of conversation was going on last night in another person's live, and that was regarding DG, and and you can tie this in with Miss Red as well, because all the actions that they've been showing over the last few weeks or the last few months, do you not all think it's all rinse and repeat stuff? Because it is all becoming a pattern of behaviour.
Yeah, I do believe that. I do. It was the same people being targeted all the time, wasn't it? It was never any different content. It was always the same people being targeted. Do you agree, Charlie? That's what I believe anyway.
Yeah, because without going really back into DG so much, because obviously we have highlighted him over the last couple of days, but you have got the misread that's made mistake, and we're not talking about the slip of a tongue of one word, or not showing maybe some sort of empathy towards a certain community or whatever. They're coming on here and they're making major mistakes. It's either racism or it's homophobia, or you're going that low that you're picking on people's hygiene, or
Yeah,
how
exactly.
far do we allow this to go? Because as we've said, many times on this show, at the end of the day, these certain creators have gone way below that belt so many times. What's going to happen
Constantly,
next? What's going to happen next?
constantly targeting people, picking on people, berating people, devaluing people, and also saying things like, I will use my entitlement, I will use my power to take people down. Who says them type of things? Now, Fact Freak is doing an amazing job, and on Pearl's Live, she said, we all need to do a blackout. Some woman said we all need to do stop watching Fact Freak and do a blackout against him. That man is raising so much awareness, and he's anything but a bully.
Well, perhaps
And
we
he
should come
should,
on into a blackout for the people that are showing pure racism.
most definitely, yeah.
Pearl is
Yeah,
definitely a
I
racist.
agree. She is. And that's going to be
At the
fun
end of the
tonight,
day,
isn't it?
at the end of the day, Fact Freak is a person that comes with facts, and that's it. And if he's going to come with facts, then what he's shown regarding that Aunt Sally issue, he is only going on an article and read from that article, and that article links to Aunt Sally. So
Yeah.
where is he lied in that behaviour? But to come on and being called a FATCUNC by some X Factor reject that thinks she's so far in the pot well that she thinks she's going to be the next fucking Britney Spears. Love, you need to
That's
wake up
because
and smell the coffee.
That's because she's in with Rickster, isn't it? So she's trying to make herself relevant again. But Fact Free, if you say you're a Christian and you help people in recovery and you help people who are going through these issues, these things, how can you one call people to get over it, stop having a victim mentality? And how can you call somebody a wino live on a wall, make that comment if you help people in recovery?
Yeah, again,
I
Lisa,
wouldn't.
I think it's people thinking that they're on their high moral horse. Because, right, fair enough. Look, if you're going to have a debate or if you're going to have an argument or a discussion with somebody, then talk to that person on the same level you want to be spoken to. But when you come in and you
Exactly.
start calling people derogatory names or, and using those type of words, the FATCUNC, to me, you've lost your high morals straight away. You've lost your argument.
But the thing was,
That's why Fact Freak drops out of that live.
but then she turns on the tears, Aunt Sally,
Because
and said
where's your
that
morals? Where's your self-respect?
but she turned the tears on, started crying and playing the victim, and said for us not to play the victim. Does it make any sense to me? It doesn't make sense to me.
Now, I totally understand, Aunt Sally's been on. We know that she's an older lady. I've not got an issue with the lady at all. But when you're going to have people in your box defending your corner or, trying to make a point, you can't have those people ranting and raving the way that they spoke to the Fact Freak and branding him a bully. I've
He's
never
not a
seen the bloke
bully.
bully anybody.
Me neither. He's not a bully, and you can't say you're all these things and then just be told it's hypocrisy. That's what it is. You can't say all these things and then use your age. I'm sorry, Charlie. I know she's an older woman and I've been taught to respect my elders. But that doesn't give you the free pass to do these things, to say these things.
No, it doesn't. But all I'm saying to you is if it was reversed and I was in their position, I wouldn't be allowing the people around me to talk to people in that derogatory way.
No,
But then
because to
don't
do that...
Because I'm not
Sorry.
being rude.
Sorry.
Aunt Sally portrays herself as this Christian lady, which I think she is. But to sit there in a box and allow those people to use those kind of judgment, doesn't the Bible teach Christians not to judge?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then obviously you've got the bishop in there on top of that doing exactly the same thing.
I just can't understand it. I can't. It's so toxic on this app at the moment. And to be honest, I thought I've done a lot of healing work, but you know, after them things that I'm not going to change subjects here. I'm just going to pinpoint things out. The stuff after that Alex said, and then the stuff that's gone on after that, and everybody's trauma being dragged up. I went into a hole. I was like, I thought I'd healed from all this, and it just brought a lot of stuff up, which I'm sure it has done for a lot of people. They're using the platforms and these boxes to attack, to cause drama, but they're using real people's lives, and people say, oh, it's only an app. Well, it may only be an app, but when people are suffering with the mental health and they just want to take their mind off stuff, and people also say, well, don't go into these rooms. How can you not go into these rooms when they're absolutely everywhere?
But then don't
It's
you
all
find
right
that
going into these rooms, Lisa, as long as it's a safe space.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
when they start picking on individuals because you're from a certain group or from a certain, I don't know, community or whatever, that's when it's wrong.
Yeah.
But
I
You
don't
know,
you find
yeah.
that sorry.
Go on, Shemaine, sorry.
I was going to say, don't you find that they all do this? They all go on about, oh, mental health is real. We have to look after mental health. And then they go and they tear someone down. And then when it's them, everyone has to give them a break because it's their mental health.
Yeah, Charmaine, I agree with that. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
They
and
can go and attack who they want.
They're the quickest ones to throw the mental health card in.
I mean, I don't
As
want to
soon as
bring up
anything
Alex,
goes wrong,
but you look at
no.
Alex, he was going around calling everyone pedlos and doing all what he did. But as soon as the tides were turned on him, oh, it's a big issue. Nobody should be throwing that name around. I'm sorry, but you did it first, expect it back.
And all people were being sent to Alex for, like, these women who were going through DV and stuff were being sent to Alex, that man, who never showed his face.
I just think him and the whole of his community, ladies, have been manipulated, haven't they?
Stuck in a trauma bond with him. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just so many wrongs in that position at the minute. It's just, you know, where do you come from? Where do you start?
You don't know where to start. Where would you start with all this? Because there's just so many of them, and they're all being puppeteered, and they're all attacking people, and they're all trying to. If you're gonna hold alive like yourself, Charlie, you hold a nice. I've been watching you for a while, by the way, and this room is a lovely room. And you're heard, and your opinion's heard, and your opinion's valid. Now, if you have your opinion anywhere else, you're called a troll for having an opinion.
Well, either that or you get blocked.
Exactly. Or you're a troll.
But do you not think the whole of, you know, talking about the Alex issue, because obviously we are all awaiting this next statement from him. I know he released another video yesterday with the countdown clock on it. But, you know, where's this going to go? Do you not think him and the whole of his community or his team, it may be his moderators, do you not think that they've abused their position on this app in a very manipulating, dangerous way?
It is all manipulation. It's manipulation. That's what it is. But that's what Alex said.
I feel they've abused their positions, to be honest with you.
That thing that Alex said, I cannot get that image out of my mind. And that's the truth. That image, that thing, them things he said, sent me into a hole. I'm not going to go on about my mental health because I suffer with my mental health, but I get myself out of it type of thing.
But it's also important that we point out the other two people that were connected to that live video, and that was Irish Kelly and Alex's other half, Tony.
Yeah, I couldn't remember her name. I could remember Kelly's name. I couldn't remember her name. But yeah, they all
But let's
need to
be
be
worse.
held
He said
accountable.
the worst bit about it.
Yeah, he did. It was that was disgusting. That was
Dee, morning. Can we hear from Dee?
Good morning, Charlie.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is good.
Hiya.
Good morning.
Pearl let Aunt Sally on her live the other day, and Aunt Sally was supposed to be on live all day. This is what her family was saying. And the what is he? He's the church guy. He came on. Yeah, and he's like, I know Aunt Sally, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you know her, I get it. Right, everyone has a past. I don't care who you are. You can be a sinner one day and then a saint the next year. We all have a past. Own it. I'm not being rude. Own it. But if you are a counsellor now, you shouldn't be saying certain things on live, because then you shouldn't be a counsellor. If you're quick to turn around and say you're alcoholic or you're this or use certain stuff, you shouldn't be doing it. As for the fact freak, sorry, because I always say it wrong, he looks into everything. But again, mistakes can be made by everybody because everybody's human. But no one needs to go for his appearance, his kids, his family, whatever else, yeah? He's the one who's up here showing us on here who the wrong ones are, who the ones who've been convicted. So he should be applauded.
Yeah,
Not sat upon, or you want to go for him now, what? Because he turned around and told the truth. As I said, we've all got a past. Doesn't mean we're bad people. We've just done silly things in our time. Some people have done things for their families, for their kids, whatever it may be. Might not be right, but they've done it. They've served their time. Just please remember that this is an app. It's not real. It's not real life. You can turn off the app. You've still got to get on with your real life. That means your mental health and your everyday struggle.
Can I ask a question? The wino comment, was that in reference
If anybody
to
has
alcohol?
got the fact freak, can they share this live to him, please? Because I'd like to see how he's feeling, or see if he's okay, basically.
Is it in reference to alcohol, or is it reference to being like a crybaby? Because I know that wino can be used as in, oh, you're such a wino, because you're whining all the time.
No, it was in
didn't see the
reference
live.
to alcohol.
Right, but that's what
alcohol.
whining and wino are two different things. As Charmaine, whenever we say it, from where I'm from, they're two different things.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking for clarity, because I mean, sometimes when my young one's crying, I always call her, well, I'll say to her, oh, stop being such a wino. That's why I was asking that question.
But I suppose it depends in what content you've said or used that word.
Yeah, that's why I was asking for clarity.
Yeah. But then when you've got Pearl on here, saying go and sort out or something about your drinking or whatever, that's just an undervaluation of somebody being an alcoholic.
That was the context it was meant in. That's what
Okay.
because she even said that on Pearl's Live. She said that on Pearl's Live, didn't she? I shouldn't have said it. But he won't accept my apology. Why should he accept your apology? Why? And you're making a big deal of him accepting an apology and attacking him for it, for not accepting it.
Hey, sorry, I can't stay long. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but
Oh, morning, Hayley.
no, it was just to quickly say, the Fact Freak and Sally and Pearl and all that have, they've not spoken to each other or anything like that, but they've all said in their own lives that they won't be discussing it any further. So I don't think the Fact Freak or anyone like that's going to come in and speak about it. They've all said that they just want to leave it now. It was Pearl that dragged it on. Fact Freak was never going to continue that conversation, but because Pearl started attacking Fact Freak, that's why it kept going on.
But that's usually what happens, isn't it? When the people want to drop it, an argument, it's everyone else around that just wants to carry it on. Because
Yeah, I think the live that Pearl done didn't do herself any favours.
No.
But then equally, if it happens
she said
on the
about shading it, I don't think it would be a good idea, because I think the Fact Freak will just probably get annoyed. I don't think he wants to talk about it anymore. So I just thought I'd give you that heads up. But have a good day, guys.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
But then equally, if it happens on the app,
Emma.
everyone's entitled to talk about it.
Morning, Emma.
Morning. I just want to say, is it called Alex? No, not Alex. What's the one where DJ mocked.
Alfie, are you talking about Alfie?
Alfie, yeah, that's it, yeah. Alfie, DJ should come on and ask Alfie what charity. I think he should donate money because he's got thousands, hasn't he, DJ? So I think he should come on, ask Alf. Is it called Alfie? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. What charity he wants money donating to. So I think because he's got thousands of pounds, I think he should donate money to a charity what Alfie wants to send it to. I might be wrong. I know it's not right for what he did because my sister, she's got a disabled child and she's 11 now and she's got a trachea in and she has to be fed through a Mickey button and she's on a machine as well. So it is wrong for what he done. So I think he should come on, ask Alfie what charity he wants money I know. Do you know what money's being donated to?
I don't think the family wants his money. I think the family, and his mum's right here, she can answer this. I think all they want is for people to act better. She doesn't want his money, she just wants him to act better.
Also, just playing devil's advocate, do you think that if he was to do that, the app would just say, right, well, he's just trying to buy forgiveness now?
Until until a week's time and he does the same thing, because it is a repeated action.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Thank you so much, Emma. I think that video had a massive impact on anybody that's got any form of disability. It's disgusting. And I do think it's unforgivable. But the problem with Alfie is he hasn't got a malicious bone in his body.
Yeah.
So he will forget that he'll let that go over. Do you see what I'm saying? So he'll just act as normal once, he doesn't fall out with anybody, does he, Breaking? No. So the thing is me personally, I felt that was a personal attack because he was talking about this room. Yes.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a real personal attack to get at us, right? But at the end of the day, I don't want his an apology, right? There's some people that say, I've got children with disabilities. We saw it yesterday. Got children with disabilities. It didn't have an impact on me. I don't know what the problem is. Well, that's their opinion. They can go with that. But my opinion is he can apologise till he's blue in the face. I'm not going to accept it because I just think it's degrading to anybody that's got disabilities. He should be using his platform to make awareness of all different stuff, not bring them down. So, and to be quite honest, Alfie does all right on his own. Do you know what I mean? And anything he gets, he donates anyway. Different fundraisings on the app. He never comes off the app. Whatever he gets and gift-wise, he gives on the app, doesn't he, D?
The thing is, guys, you've got to remember, remember a few weeks ago, or maybe a couple of months ago now, we did that big box battle with Spartans. He walked away with £15,000. He didn't have the theosity to come back and donate that lady who just lost her baby to have her buried. He didn't even bother coming back and donating, £2 to her.
Yeah, that's a joke. See, my sister, she's on TikTok.
So why would he come on here and donate any other money to any other charity? The man is just all self-portrayed. It's just me, and that's it.
I mean, it's up to the individual what they do with the gifts. I don't really care less, I'm only on here to support my son, and what he wishes to do with his gift money, I'm going to back him, because I think that's a unique quality about helping others that need it most, he says. So if that's the way he wants to go, then I'm sorry, he's always done that, so I'm going to back him. But, I got condemned for doing that, saying that he was being used financially and his gift should be kept for himself.
And then obviously we got people coming into the live yesterday, the day before, and I think even the day before that, all coming in and trying gaslight in the situation. He took the piss out of people that have disability with a speech impediment.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And then I'm not saying these guys here, but then, he's got gifters in there that are still gifting him. You know, he's deactivated his account. So fucking what? He
Yeah,
did
but
that
he's
2
still-
months ago when he made a big
He's still
mistake
got-
and then came back.
Can I
He's
just
still
say
got
when
2 accounts active
Sorry,
though,
I
hasn't he, as
swear,
well?
but yeah, it just makes me so angry because, like I said, the ones like myself have made a mistake, we've moved on. I've never made that same mistake twice. But there are
Yeah.
people on here that are making that same mistake repeatedly and still getting away with it.
Right,
Yeah.
breaking. How many mistakes have you made on this app? You made one. But that wasn't solely you, was it?
No.
But you're taking the flat for the other people.
But what I'm trying to say is, that they're still making those same mistakes.
Yeah, they do.
It's
Because
a
they think they're
rinse
higher
and
than
repeat.
anybody else.
Good
And they
morning,
are.
everyone.
You think about it, they are
Maybe
because they've still got the
DWP.
followers.
Oh, what
Right,
DWP
I would
is.
just like to speak about Karmakaz that actually produced this video of Darren and DG commenting about it. Now, DG gets thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. G Crew gave him a 40k gift after that mockery of Darren was put out there. Now, Karmakaz is on this app to make awareness, okay, but he has his gifts on. He's trying to just get a bigger platform to be like all the other creators on here. Now, personally, I think all creators that are earning this kind of money should donate to charities. Darren has got a charity on his
point
page.
out the gaslighters have already started in the chat, so I'm blocking. Well, I'm not blocking. I'm just muting because I find that will wind you up even more.
No
Sorry,
problem.
DWB.
Right, so I personally think Darren has got a charity for stroke victims, and for Karmakaz to highlight this video that he put on about Darren and DG comment on it. DG has mocked everybody in everyone's live that I've literally come across on the FYP. Now, you know, you don't talk in a manner that you're mimicking or mocking people with disabilities. Okay, let's make that out there and, you know, do a protest as such about it. Because people that have got speech impediments or some form of disabilities, not all disabilities are visible. So personally, I'm waving my little Union Jack flag of DG leaving the app. Good riddance. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Because he constantly, and CLA and all other creators, are mocking everybody. Every single creator on this app are mocking someone in some way or privatising their private lives. It should stop. TikTok should come back to the way it was originally founded, and to make friends, dance, have fun. It shouldn't be topics of talking about this, talking about that. Now, Charlie, you're the only creator on here that literally listens to people's problems and day-to-day struggles. And I applaud you for that. And I think everyone in the boxes and in the chat should realise this. But it comes to a stage where I think the enablers, the gifters that are following these people that mock and think it's okay to mock should really look in the mirrors and look at their own lives before following someone, before gifting someone, before pressing that button to make a gift. Listen to what that people has said about someone. And that is all I wanted to say. Thank you very much for listening.
Right, sorry.
On the back of that, I just want to say that
Can you address that comment?
has said that he has his gifts on because if you don't have your gifts on, you don't get out on the FYP. And I just want to say that we all do need to remember, whether you like or hate Karmakaz, that this whole ripple effect of creators being exposed for who they are and what they are has come off the back of him doing what he's doing. So whether you like him or you hate him, you know.
If it wasn't for Kamikaze, this ripple wouldn't be going through the app at the moment.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
Yes, but we're not saying that. We're saying that he purposely put a video of Darren up. So he's got to take 50% of the blame and the mocking on disabled people. I'm sorry, but it has to be said.
Who, Kamikaze?
Yes.
But how has he mocked disability?
By putting up the video of Darren.
No, that was just an I would take that as an awareness video, DWP. I respect what you come in here and say this morning, but hand on my heart, there is no way that man would diss disability. No way.
Yeah, I take that as an awareness. He was spreading awareness of what this was going on.
You may have not found that, or you may not have found that nasty or in a malicious way, but other people would. So with somebody that's only been on the app for a few weeks, maybe.
Right, okay. If it's put as awareness, he shouldn't have his gifts on, and he shouldn't
why
be.
Shouldn't he have his gifts on? Because as Jazz just said, if you don't
because he's just becoming another creator to get a platform and getting gifts.
He's building on his platform, isn't he? You know, for you to come on and say you're going to become an awareness sort of platform, you know, say like you've got maybe 5, 6, 7,000 followers, but your aim is to get maybe 20,000 followers. You're never going to get to that 20,000 followers unless A, you buy them, or B, you start putting your gifts on and getting yourself out there, because you're not going to do it.
Right, but Kamikaze has been on the app for quite many years. He's been called other names as well. This is not the first time he's come on. He has been on, but
I think I've only ever heard him say share the live. I don't even think I've heard him say tap the screen or even ask for a gift.
He does actually ask who don't gift, because he says he's not here for gifts. He doesn't want people's gifts. He tells people not to gift.
But honestly, DWP, that man, honestly, if you just take the time and take in what he says, because I was quite judgmental of him to begin with. I thought, oh my God, where's this bloke come from? You know, he's in your face with all these big words and blah, blah, blah. But when you sit back and you listen in and you take the direction that he's coming from, I think you will see the whole issue around him at the moment. You'll see it in a different light, in a different way completely. Because all he's doing is making you aware. He's not asking you to make a choice. He's just making you aware of what's going on.
Okay, so if that's the case, then he should announce when he reaches a platform that he wants to reach, then he should do a donation to stroke victims.
Well, but how do you do? Maybe he will.
Well, let's hope all creators do that have been sharing these videos about Darren, etc. Because, you know, at the end of the day,
myself in that category and honestly say I've done that. 2 months ago, to one of my followers, Mr. Mischief, I donated £1,000. That was in money and in clothing for his children. And I've just done the same similar thing with Jazz.
Right, but DWP, you do know that the actual DWP now are going to be after these creators anyway.
Oh, we are. That's why we're here. That we've got 150 agents on TikTok recording every single live going. No, I'm just going to... that's an awareness that I'm giving out today.
Are you actually from the DWP?
I am from DWP, yes.
Oh.
Right, because what I can say to everybody, if they don't know this, you see my phone company who I'm with, I've actually turned it off. So therefore now I cannot gift. The gift that is on here, I do not get it. That little one thing, I don't get it no more because I've actually turned it off with them. But again, people are sitting there saying now, you have to be gifted to get big on this app. I never knew that personally. But this is what I've been reading in the This is what I've just been reading in the comments. But if
anybody wants to send me a uni, because I'm not on here and I haven't tried manipulating some lady that's dying and trying to manipulate to get into her will. So if anybody's got a clear conscience, I'm definitely open up for a uni.
And just can I just point out?
Right, can I just point out? Can I just point out one thing? to all the people in the chat that are saying that I'm not from the DWP, okay, what I'm going to do now, hold on a minute, Charlie, please. What I'm going to do now, everyone that's kind of thinking I'm not from DWP, then watch in the next couple of weeks when you start receiving letters. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm sorry, I've got to jump in here because you're coming across quite rude. Also, benefit is spelled BENEFIT. And I feel like if you really did work with the DWP, then maybe you should go for the big creators like CLA and that are earning thousands and thousands. Because as far as I'm aware, Kamikaze has never asked for one gift.
Maxine, can I just ask a question?
You wouldn't be allowed to come on here and declare.
Jazz.
And also, it's 20 to 9 on a Friday, maybe.
Yeah. DWP, I want to ask you a direct question, please. Yeah. You've just identified as an official worker for DWP that's going after people on benefits on here. Is that correct?
I didn't actually say that. I turned around and said we are recording all lives.
You said you work for the DWP, yeah?
That's correct.
Okay, can I have your ID number, please?
You cannot ask someone that on a live. If you want my ID number,
you're fucking fake as
me.
Fuck off, you're fake as fuck. You don't work for WP because you give your identity so I can identify you, because I need to ring the DWP office up to report you now for forgery, for fakeness, for pretending to be one of their workers.
Okay, you do that. You do
I'm
that.
gonna do
Shall I
that.
give you the address?
I've got the address, mate, don't worry.
It'll be on the DWP.
Oh, wow. I can't believe you just claimed you work for the actual DWP.
Can I ask DWP something?
Right, guys, this isn't a bullying or whatever.
No, but come on, Charlie, you can't be saying that on here, mate.
DWP, are you okay? Are you all right to answer some questions?
DWP, can I ask you something, please?
Go ahead.
When you're gifted, yeah, but you recycle it and give it to fundraisers, is that held against you?
It all depends on if you cash in and if it goes into your bank. As people are aware that that bank accounts are being looked into.
Right,
So that's all that people have to remember. And it's 25% on every pound made. If you'd like to check that information out, please do so.
Yeah, no, I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm just making sure, because my son, he doesn't get big gifts and what have you, but now and again,
I spoke to DWP. I spoke to DWP and they actually said they're not interested in anybody gets a tenner here, a 20 here, 30 quid here. They're interested in
but he donates it, doesn't he, Chippy?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it doesn't matter.
He can prove that he donates it back.
They're not interested in people with small gifting.
I see on schools
they're on
and
about
things like
regular
that.
gifting, people claiming as an income. That's what they're interested in.
Oh, no. All right.
Charlie, can I make a statement and then I'll drop down?
Thank you anyway, DWP.
You're welcome.
Charlie, can I make a statement and I'll drop down?
Yes.
This is to DWP. I just want to point out that Kamikaze is not against people gifting. He's against the manipulation of gifts. That's what he's against.
Yeah.
I can't believe he claimed he was actually a worker for him. He's not a worker for him.
It doesn't matter anyway. The thing is...
Are you okay to drop down, Jermaine?
Yes, yeah. I'm just trying.
No, I
Yes,
can't stay long, Shirley.
Jermaine, I agree with what you're saying about Kamikaze. Even Alfie don't even ask for a rose. He don't even ask for nothing. But when he's gifted, he does give it back.
When do
not even feed into this guy. If this guy was from there, he would not be on TikTok. He's on every live that you see, any big lives where drama's going on. If he worked for the DWP, he wouldn't be on. He was talking absolute
Exactly.
Where's this government official gone?
Bullshit.
Street jail.
Well, I want to ask what contract he works on. He knows about the DWP. I know about the DWP.
Well, that's why I asked for his ID, because he would be able to give me his ID, just an ID, so we could contact DWP and verify him. And he can't, he won't, so.
I just noticed he's dropped out of the box now. He's just said he worked for the DWP.
I think he's been sectioned.
Unless
think Nelson's doing his shopping.
tell us is that you pay 25 pence on every pound, as if we didn't know that anyway. I mean, come on, tell us something we don't know.
Well, DWP can't fund themselves, let alone at the moment having enough officials to sit there and watch hours of TikTok.
When it Maxine saying they can't even spell benefits.
It didn't. It was BENIFIT. Nah. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm not against the guy, but you can't claim you work for him when you don't. Sorry. Oh fuck. Oh dear. Where's Street J gone now?
If you're still watching and he does work for the DWP, can you tell him to sort my claim out, because it's been going on a while.
Well, dude, I swear to God, I spoke to DWP, right, because I had to talk to him about child benefit and stuff like that. And I was talking to him, and I said to him, "Can I ask you a question?" And I said about TikTok. I said about people, that you're looking into them, and this woman was really nice, and she says, "We're not looking at individual accounts such as people earning a tenner here, 20 quid there, even 100 quid. She said, we're looking at people that claim it as a regular income and how much tax to pay on it. You're talking about big money. We're not talking about little money.
You're talking about CLA money, things like that. When she
DG's money, CLA's money. We're talking about that. Well, they're not interested in little people.
And again, DWP cannot announce that they are DWP. There's no way. If you work for someone like that, you keep yourself private.
And listen as well, right? He said there's 150 agents watching TikTok.
Maxine, are you all right to drop you down, my lovely?
Can I
Yeah,
just say
I'm going to drop
all right,
450 people.
And it's also the fact he's a level 19 gifter badge as well.
They're struggling to get people in like job centres to help people get jobs, never mind putting people on 150 agents on here. Come on, get a grip.
On that point, the numbers just don't add up. 150 checking the cancers, 150,000 agents. That just doesn't work. So it looks like DWP.
Milsey, I'm just putting you on silent because you got some back.
Yeah, I'm in the shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that the numbers don't add up. So obviously he was telling a falsehood. That's fine, that's fair enough. And for that he got sanctioned, and that's why he left. So I'm going to drop back down the comments. And good morning, Robbie. Good morning, Robbie.
Who do you work for, Rack?
Sorry?
Who are you working for?
No. I'm self-employed.
Kidding.
I don't work for DWP. Please
So,
believe me.
Kippy, getting back to the matter in hand, have you got anything in regards with the Fact Freak? And do you think, what Karma Kaz was saying, that he's the next target?
I mean...
Well, look, one thing is, right... Sorry, Paul. One thing is, with this Fat Freak Aunt Sally business, right? Number one, Fat Freak wasn't doing an awareness. They tried to make it out he was doing awareness on Aunt Sally. No, he wasn't. It was a 35-second video. In fact, it was less than that, with 33 seconds, I think it was. Don't ask me why he started that up to highlight it for something. I don't know, I can't remember. But he doesn't have to accept an apology off anybody for anything. Okay, that's his prerogative. And same with anybody else. It's your prerogative whether you want to accept an apology. That Talia was very rude to him. She fat-shamed him and everything else. You then had a whole family attacking one guy. That's never going to be a straightforward debate or discussion. It's going to be an attack and attack and attack. So I get why the family would jump in. Of course you would. If that were your mother on there, you'd jump in. If that were your auntie, you'd jump in. But it's never going to be a fair discussion. I think it should be just left alone. Fat Freak will do what he needs to do. See, I called him Fat Freak then. I always call him, it sounds like I'm calling him Fat Freak. I'm actually saying fact, but I'm not. I am saying Fact Freak. It's just my accent. But Pearl hyped that up. And I think she's done that deliberately. She's twisted that to suit her own narrative to get likes and views and to get something going on in a box, you know what I mean? So she's just not getting the numbers she expected. So the more she can twist something, the more she can hype something up, the more she'll do it.
Can we hear from Maddie? Morning.
Morning. I just wanted to go back to the DWP. Literally. My husband works for the MOJ, and I'm not going to say what part of it, but quite. And I know for a fact that the DWP cannot come on here and investigate anybody unless there's been a letter that's actually been sent to that person, firstly, to say that they might be under investigation for fraud. He has a right to say who he was. He can't go by anything other than what the email is on a TikTok, each person, which could be any email. So
I think a few codes of conduct was broken there, don't you?
I definitely think a few were, and he needs reporting himself for fraud.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate the guy, but come on, I don't even know the guy.
I think somebody should phone the DWP now and have him sanctioned.
I've actually followed the guy because I've actually
No, that's
followed
classed as
him.
bullying. That's classed as bullying. And I've tickled Chippy Annie.
I'm going to follow him, and I have followed him because I will report him because what he is doing is wrong. So you can't. It's like.
Well, can I just say that this month I made £12 and handed it all back to everybody else. So I honestly, I've got 22p I think left.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I think I've got 8 pence.
Maddie, I'm with you. I got 8 pence and I gave it back to Alfie because that's all I had. But you know,
actually, tell a lie. It was 80 pence, but I think I sent it in your. You were in a live yesterday with Kennedy's mum or someone, and I sent it to her and you actually.
I'm in that mood now, Matt. So Maddie, you've tickled me now as well. Saying your husband works for MOJ. Is he a mojo?
No, he actually does work for the MOJ. And I'm kidding. I do always ask him, like, can this happen? Can they do this? And he says, no.
Morning, Hannah. Can we hear from Hannah? Morning.
Morning, Hello. Right, I think the moment's passed, but it's bugging my brain, so I'm going to say it anyway. Why do people come on here and not necessarily expect, but say that these big creators should be giving back? I just don't get it. Like, there are people out there that earn millions and millions of pounds, and we're not going to them. You need to give back.
I think when it comes to charity should be given willingly. So you shouldn't be trying to make anybody give to charity. I think they should be doing it willingly. And it'd be a bit of a... If DG were now to say, oh, well, do you know what? I'm gonna send £1,000 to charity because you've all called me out because I was wrong. That's not like generous. That's not generosity. That's, I'm going to try and save my fucking platform.
Exactly.
So it doesn't make it's not the same thing, is it? Charity comes from the heart.
But nobody should also be expecting people to do it just because they're getting gifted. You know, like, I know people, it's not technically a job, but this is somebody's income, you know? Don't go around expecting everybody to give money from their incomes off of TikTok. So why are we expecting people on TikTok to be giving their money away?
The average person isn't earning 15 grand for sitting there in an hour's box battle.
Yeah, but there are people out there in the world that are doing that. And
Yeah.
I would down the street personally.
I would say if you're going to give to charity, you can't make people give to charity. If you're going to give to charity, do it for the heart. Don't do it from the just to save your platform or to make yourself look good.
Can I just briefly say it does actually upset me a little bit because the likes of a certain person, CL, I won't go any further. That abuses and shouts at the public, and they still gift her and is now sitting in a hotel bar in Spain as we speak, you know, off the backs of the money. It would be nice if she would actually say, here's 50 quid a month, you know, to go towards Macmillan charity or what have you. It would be nice to see.
It'd be lovely.
Everybody in chat sorting out the tax issues and shit with DWP. I'm like, what the fuck? Go on, get it out there, guys.
I would just like to say,
I'm sorry, I'm going to drop down now and let someone else in. I'm sorry.
Right,
sorry,
He wasn't interested in that. Interested in having a threesome. So her priority.
Everybody get your pitch claims sorted out with DWP and shit. Go on, get it sorted out now.
Oh, Chippy, I'm going to drop down.
Exactly. Sorry, I don't
That
know.
has
can't
really
remember who,
tickled
but
me.
someone said about
can't
he's
help it,
living off
sorry.
people's money. People are choosing to give him their money, so just yeah.
I need new teeth. Can someone give me some money, please? Just saying.
There
Give their money.
Morning,
Stop
Paul.
flapping your gums, Dee.
Do I get new teeth that way? Just asking people.
Hello, Paul.
Hello, guys.
Good morning.
I just crawled into this channel, just scrolling through TikTok, and it said breaking news, and I heard you speaking English, so well, thank God for that. I know what's going on. So, what is the latest? I don't mean to interrupt the conversation we're already having, but you know, if you can just enlighten me.
Would you like to subscribe? Would you like to hit the subscribe button? I do free view. I don't do free view, sorry.
Be careful what you're saying, Charlie, please.
Be careful because the DWP's just been in.
Right,
I'm not subscribing to anything. I wouldn't.
At the standard of £3. So yeah, if you like to subscribe, then I can give you the catch up.
Oh, breaking news!
Pulling your leg.
Okay. So
I know.
Let's hear the news.
Oh Jesus! I've just had an email off DWP.
Have you really?
Yeah. We are now investigating your 2 pence that you seen gifted. Fuck off.
Now you have to pay 25% on that.
How much is that? Is that
I
minus
don't know,
3?
guys. Can we
Yeah,
give
minus.
Paul a bit of a recap? Paul, are you around the app and know what roughly is going on here, there, and everywhere? Do you know somebody called the Fact Freak?
Yeah, it depends which side of TikTok Paul is on, really.
Yeah, it's a algorithm, isn't it? Blah, 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 blah. Do you know I haven't even packed yet, Dee?
Get back in and get off the app, please.
Maybe Paul should come and tell us what he's doing.
I think Paul needs to subscribe first and then perhaps catch up with himself to find out what's going on and then come back.
So do you think? Right. So here's a question for you. Right. So after all this, right, Fat Freak will be a bit. I can imagine he's a bit pissed off. I think he is. But do you think he can use his powers now to? Do you think maybe he'll go deep diving somebody? Go deep diving other people that really went for him?
But this is what they're forgetting. This is what he does. This is what his platform is about. So if you're going to come for him, make sure that your past is absolutely clean and you've got nothing to hide.
Own your past.
Can we quickly hear from Mark? Morning.
Morning. I was just going to say, if CLA is in, all I wanted to say, if CLA is in Spain, does she actually know Spanish or is she just shouting roots everywhere?
She's shouting threesomes everywhere, not roots.
Well, I think she's hoping she's going to get a little bit of paella while she's there.
Can you imagine that? Just serious. I mean, like an episode. What's that? What were the?
She brings her own fish.
What was that TV series?
Charlie.
Yes.
I'm getting tagged in comments. Can you check your tags, the videos that you've been tagged in, please? Something about Pearl?
I can do when I come off live.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's all I wanted to say. I'll drop down now. Thanks.
All right, bye.
No worries. Thank you.
Oh, right.
I'm still laughing. Sorry.
I know you are.
Late night FYP. Tag me in it now. I'll go and check and then I'll bring it back up. Right, I'm just going to drop down a sec.
He's kissing himself.
It was there.
DWP silly. Have you been sanctioned yet? Or
Oh, Jesus.
don't forget to fill out that job sheet form.
Make sure you speak to your coach.
Right,
Oh, no, you didn't ever tell them, did you, Chippy? You're the coach.
Where did this go to? Where did this go to? I confused. Jack, is there something you would like to say, love?
Oh, well, I actually came in, obviously things got diverted. I went, so I got a message yesterday saying that the Prince one was talking about me, and they was all slating me in there.
Who was?
So, Prince Brat.
All right, right.
You mean Prince
that him?
Cat?
Yeah, I've never really seen him. I don't really know much about him. So I went in there.
Oh, this is a young chicken that's got an old man of a boyfriend. That could be next stars of Breakback Mountain.
His boyfriend's been texting me.
Well, do you know? I went in the box.
No, Jazz's boyfriend's been texting me. He doesn't know yet, but he's been texting me saying something. I need somebody my own age or something like that. I fancy coming and visiting America, and I'm like, who are you? And he's like, oh, you'll know who I am, boy. And I'm like, what? What's that about?
Well, Charlie.
I went in the box, and
yes, you may.
He was he wouldn't let me get a word in edgeways, and he was like, "You're so entitled to think that somebody should help you."
Oh, it's another one of Miss Red's puppets, love. That's all he is.
And I said,
Yes.
I did say to him, did you actually read the conversation?
Somebody's saying Charlie.
Sorry, it's me. I just
Hello.
wanted to quickly say to you before I drop, that video that they're on about, I think is insinuating Pearl's been racist again.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, really?
To it, she's only got herself to blame.
Oh.
No.
Anna's gone to check it out, so she'll bring it back, she'll view it, and
I don't know if you want to
a few minutes.
I don't know if she's got like a second device. So you can all watch it
Mrs.
and
Brown,
discuss it.
hello, lovely. I didn't see you in the chat. Oh God, no. Where's all this going?
He wouldn't let me obviously get a word in.
Can we let Jazz finish what she was saying, please? Because she was getting interesting. Sorry, Jazz.
Sorry, yeah. So I went in the box and he was saying all that, and I said, "Did you actually read the screenshot? Because nowhere did I say he was entitled." And I also because he said he was in here watching yesterday morning. And I said, well, you obviously wasn't watching because I didn't say I was entitled.
No, you didn't.
And the conversation was actually that everyone's running around the app saying, you know, he helps and he's this great person. But actually behind the scenes, that's not what it's like. He does it all for a show and he puts on this front. Anyway, he wouldn't let me get a word in edgeways, and he was like, oh, you're just entitled, you're this, you're that. And apparently he had loads of people in the boxes and they were saying that I was really bad and I was putting other people in danger, X, Y, and Z. And I said, yeah, because I doxed my own address. And I said, no one has my address, nobody knows my address. So you really need to stop putting misinformation out there, because if you knew where I was and the situation that I'm in the house and stuff like that, you would know that I'm not even around anyone to dox, and I'm not around anyone.
He's just, honestly, Dad, he's just another irrelevant, pissy little queen that, is irrelevant and trying to make himself irrelevant.
Listen, Jack, you never
His
played with his
boyfriend
was in the box.
From one gay to another, I can snip out a pissy little up your ass queen like him from a mile away.
Well, do you know what, Charlie?
Don't take any notice of him whatsoever.
Take the notice, Jack.
As I said, Jack, he's just another one of Miss Red's puppets.
Charlie, well, I realised that because the people in the chat were saying loads of things like, oh, he's, in the circle and that. And I was like, oh, it makes sense. But his boyfriend was like, you're just a little girl. And I was like, pardon? Like, I'm older than
and he's just an old man.
Here. Like, the guy that's literally live that I'm pretty sure I'm older than him. And I was like, listen, I'm not talking to you. I don't even know why you're here, because your opinion's completely invalid.
He's going away for 6 months, though, isn't he?
I don't know.
He's off exploring. Yeah, he's off exploring for 6 months, apparently. So, with Dora. I think it's Dora he is.
Well, when I was reading the comments and there was all saying that, I was like, oh, it all makes sense now, because I have an open case against, one of the people within your clique. I said, so of course you're going to stick together, and you obviously know who I am. So I said, it all makes sense, because I obviously have an open police case against one of your people. So I said, I'm just dropping, I'm out of here. And I dropped, and then he was goading me to get back up and was like, oh, Jazz, you can come back
do
up.
that now, Jazz, for views, my darling. And
you should have shared it. Should have shared it with us.
Yeah, well, he
We
said,
would have come in and supported you.
"Oh, you can come back up. You can come back up, and we'll all mute." And I see the views were going up, and I was like, "No thanks." And then he was like, "Well, you can get out there. Then you have no reason to be in here." And then he blocked me. But as soon as I realised that he was part of, obviously misread and all that,
The click, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He'll be just another
someone that I
puppet. Like,
know.
once those strings are broken, Miss Red will just throw him on the heap like everybody else.
Right,
But
so
how
if he's-
weird is it that he's her mod, and I went and did a bit of digging of my own, and I see a video where she's like, "Oh, here's my little," I think she called him a nephew or a best friend or something. Like, he's young enough to be her son. Like,
I know, but the thing is, right, is he can say what he wants about breaking, whether he's doing it for, I don't know, clout or what have you, right? It's his business. I'm not saying you are, Charlie, don't get me wrong.
Of course not, and I'm
As
all
an
the
example.
clout.
Right, but the thing is he's doing it out the kindness of his heart. He don't have to. He can keep the gifts himself and do whatever he wants with it. But what he chooses to do with it is his business. And as for getting you up there, it was for views, but you should have shared it with us, Jax, because we would have come in and supported.
yeah, well, he told me to run back to Charlie's
and Chippy's
box.
still
So I was
tickling.
like- He said, "Run back to Charlie's box," and then it was like, "Run back to Canadian Angie's," and I was like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah.
Acadian Angie does have a heart. She does have them.
She does, yeah.
People,
I watched
and
it.
Princess Cack, he's got nothing to cack about because what comes out of his mouth is pure cack.
Can I ask the question? Because we
Put
sit in
that
the
on the
box
FYP
together.
and shove that to him.
Because we sit in the box together, does that mean we're a clique now? Is that what's
Yes,
going to be said?
you can be in my clique any day, Dig.
I'm clicked now.
Well, I don't want to be.
I want to be in your clique.
But no, come
Only
on.
joke, Charlie.
Did Hannah come back in? Do we know what this video's about? Apparently, Pearl's been raped again.
I'm just, it's just giant. It's just like from one thing. It's like, can you help me with my benefit? What's 3.5% of this? What fucking? Have you got a journal? Fucking.
Oh, bless him.
Morning, Hayley. Morning, Hannah. Hannah, did you get the video?
I do. Just bear with me because my tablet is the slowest tablet in the world. So
Can I put you on the big box?
Yeah.
You better hurry up and get back up to our end because I want whatever you're on, mate.
Oh, I swear to God, Ellie.
Take me up anyway.
Oh, you can hear it, do it background like this.
Sorry.
It's this, guys, can we just have a bit of order, please?
Oh, sorry, Judge.
Hannah, have you seen the video?
Yeah.
He's got
Can we class this as a breaking headline?
Hello, Anna. Hello,
Right.
Phoebe.
Can we class it as a breaking headline?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's on the
everybody
FYP, but yes.
Okay.
I have
And how
asked-
new is this?
This was posted 3 hours ago on someone's.
Okay, can you have a look at the comments quickly and see what the date or the times are on those?
55 minutes, 45 minutes, 37 minutes. So it is new.
It
It's
is a
not
recent video. Okay,
it is a
go
recent
on.
video.
Breaking
I have
news
asked for a
coming to
part
you.
1 because this is obviously part 2. So yeah, do you want me to play it?
Sorry, we've got 2 parts, have we?
Well, I've asked for the part 1 because this is part 2 and I can't find the part 1 anywhere.
Shemaine said she's tagged you in it.
Yeah, in part 2. This is the only one that I've been tagged in.
Good morning. This is breaking news coming to you live and
Okay,
direct.
well, let's hear this, and then if we're lucky, we may get the first
Everybody's
one.
entitled to an opinion.
Part 1
Part
is on
one.
Karma Quiz. There
Oh,
you
this-
go.
right,
We'll
this-
have a quick look on Karma Quiz.
Honestly, I've got the slowest tablet in the world. Oh, part 1. Let's do part 1 first, shall we?
Too dirty. No, I said 2:30. You asked what time is it over there in Jamaica now?
It's too dirty, me ass. I don't know what you mean.
2:30.
Yeah,
Hello, miss.
too dirty, it's a complaint. You just said too dirty in my ass.
He said 2:30.
I'm talking about the ass.
Yeah.
It's 2:30 the time.
The time in Jamaica is what?
2:30 the time.
Can you stop telling me I'm dirty? I'm not dirty. It's a
Oh.
complaint.
He knows exactly what he's saying.
You're awesome.
Yes, it's so, it is. But listen, it's not dirty. But I'm asking you, what time is it in Jamaica?
2:30 p.m.
PM, piles.
2 p.m.
30 piles. What's the M stand for? 230 piles.
You know exactly what you're doing there.
What does the M stand for?
M stand for material.
Dirty. P obviously stands for piles, but what's the M stand for?
Material. The P stands for material.
230 piles. I don't know what you honestly. Sorry, I'm not understanding. I don't know why you keep calling me dirty for, because I've got piles. It's a complaint. And you just called me 2 dirty piles. What do you mean with the on?
Dirty. Okay, you're not dirty. I'm telling you the time is.
I'm not dirty. I'm not dirty.
No, you're not dirty.
I get showered at least. Well, once a week now I've had this complaint, but it's usually every 10 days. So I'm definitely not dirty.
Oh my God. So why do you wear the glasses? You're so like not dirty.
I'm not dirty. Just because I have piles doesn't make me a dirty person.
It's okay, I catch the speed, please. I'm not saying nothing no more until I catch the speed.
Your ass is not saying what?
I'm not saying nothing no more.
Your ass is not no more. How come your ass is not no more?
Because I got a lot of people over here, them doing nothing.
What your ass doing no more? That
Hey,
you're stopped, completely dead. And,
guys, them drop our gloves over there.
drop me gloves, why? Why are you being awful to me for? You're calling me dirty now, you're saying drop your drawers?
Nobody not drop your drawers, auntie. I would never drop your drawers, auntie.
Auntie, see what it's calling her.
Nephew.
Auntie, you could have dropped your drawers, auntie. The drawers not.
Because, well, you're a bit washed out at the minute because I only have 2 pair. So they're a bit faded. They were supposed to be black, but they look a bit purple. Too dirty.
People are saying that they have a laugh, but did you see how his face dropped after she continued to say it?
Yeah.
Listen, if he was having a laugh with her, right, his sense of humour, and I can tell you, anyone who knows any Jamaican people, they've got the wickedest sense of humour going, yeah, and he would approach that a whole different way. He was sitting there trying to understand half what she was saying. No one can't tell me they didn't receive her. And he called her auntie straight away, not drop your drawers.
Yeah, that's that respect he calls her auntie.
Yeah, that was good respect.
And then we'll start, you know,
it's like Asians.
We'll see what we can get out of it.
Are you coming to shoot for me later?
Am I coming for your shoe? What size shoe are you?
Are you coming to my match later?
What size shoe are you?
7.
I don't really think that's worth coming for, do you? Oh, fellow soldier, in the heart of the Caribbean.
Well, I want someone to come take out 8 nuggies, like, right?
Take them, they're mine, I need them.
What you gonna do with them? I'm gonna share it over here. What you gonna do with
I
them?
know somebody who sits in the corner and eats the nuts, so. What's your name?
TikTok police.
What's your name? Come backward. Tell us your name, I've just told you mine. Tell me your name or I'm not playing another game with you.
Did you just call him backward?
That's what I thought she just said.
And did you hear that TikTok bully?
Yeah, she did. She did. Clearly not friends if she doesn't know his
Somebody who sits in the
name.
corner and eats the nuts, so.
Do what?
What's your name?
In the corner and eat nuts.
No. Can you play that bit again?
I think I've just gone back to that bit. Just bear with me. It's just.
I want someone to come take out 8 nuggies, like, right?
Take them, they're mine, I need them.
What you gonna do with them? I'm gonna share it over here. What you gonna do with
I
them?
know somebody who sits in the corner and eats the nuts, so. What's your name?
TikTok police.
What's your name? Come backward. Tell us your name, I've just told you mine.
It does sound like she says
Tell me your name
backwards.
or I'm not playing another game with
What's
you.
your name come back with?
Paused, haven't I?
Did you not say he's TikTok police?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not
Probably
name.
saying she's TikTok bullying.
My name, Arno.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin.
Kevin. That's Smith Bowen. Really? Are you just taking the piss? Or is that really your name? It's not Kevin.
Kevin, my name.
It's not your name. Like a Rupert or a George to me. Yeah, of course it never. Okay, Rupert. Well,
Are you?
That's it.
She's unbelievable.
Where is that on, Hannah, please?
Kristen, she knew what she was doing.
She definitely
Hannah,
did.
where is that on?
So eating nuts, she's referring to eating nuts. So that, to me, that's referring to,
Yeah, we know.
yeah, without
She
me
played the
being.
song.
Did she? Now, how many other people did she? Did she really call him backwards?
Yeah, she did call him backwards.
And when she asked him what the time was, he clearly was saying like 2 or 4 o'clock p.m.
He said 2:30 p.m. She
p.m.
knew
You could
exactly what he said.
understand him. She was
Without
taking the
being
right
rude,
piss.
can we also point out why would she ask what size feet and it wouldn't be worth coming?
Right, Charlie, I don't know if you all noticed, right? When she said drop jaws, right, he turned around and said, Auntie. Not drop jaws, yeah. When he said Auntie, he was showing her respect, yeah. Straight
I
away,
can
that young
confirm
lad
that.
showed her respect. He could have turned around, and I'm telling you this now, have you ever heard a Jamaican person swear? Yeah? He would have turned around and done that straight away to give it back to her, but he didn't.
Are you saying about when she said
when my son goes
dropping
to
her
Turkey,
drawers,
right?
Yeah.
Did
When my
she
son
mean
goes
her
to Turkey,
Did she using the word drawers? Did she mean knickers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
D, when my son goes to Turkey, right? He's anybody older than him, a woman, he would have to call auntie.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah,
that's
depending
how
on their
we're
age.
raised.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chippy, that's how we listen. My parents are Irish, yeah. My sister-in-law is Greek. My son even calls her mum Nan because they've got respect. It's a respect thing. You call people auntie the same way my kids would call V auntie. You know what I mean? That's just a respect thing. He did. That guy there handled that perfectly. I'm sorry, but he did.
He was a gentleman.
He was a gentleman.
Guys, let's break this
The Asian community calls family members auntie and uncle. It's out
Let's
of
break this
respect.
down. So, in which way was that racial?
Oh, in every way. She started it off as racist, and she ended it as racist.
The fact that she's mocking the accent and trying to twist it and make a mockery of the accent, that's, I don't know.
I'm sorry, you could clearly
I'm not
hear
very
what he
good
was
on.
saying.
That's.
I mean, initially she was saying about when he was saying 2:30, she was mocking it in that way. She knew exactly what he was
Yeah,
saying.
she did. I agree with you on that.
Okay,
what did she call him? George and what? George and what else?
Arthur.
She's come out and apparently people are saying in the comments that he's her friend. But when to me, if I was battling someone regularly and they was my friend, I wouldn't need to say, "Oh, what's your name?" Because if I'm on a friendly level with someone that we can have that backwards and forward banter, I would like to know that I would know their name. Because if I'm on first name terms with someone, that's the kind of level.
Okay,
that we
so
can
let's continue to keep
forwards.
breaking this down. So so we agree that she mocked speech. What did the size 7 feet got to do with anything? Was she indicating something else?
In between his legs. It's got to do in between his legs.
I'm only asking because I need to write all this down to make it clear what's happened.
Yeah, no,
That's what you usually say, isn't it? What size feet are you? That's
And
common
also,
knowledge
there was
to
no reason for her
anybody.
to start singing.
And
Sorry
what
to
they
talk
say
over you.
about
There was no reason. Go on, sorry.
Sorry, it's what they say about. I don't want to say the word because I said it wrong last time.
Yeah, your tackle. Say it. Put it
To
that
that
way.
sort of ethnic group, that's what you say because they're known to have.
Yeah.
You know, size.
Yeah,
Right,
So no
okay.
reason for her to start singing Buffalo Soldier. What was the point? You know.
Could I just ask a question?
That was disgusting.
If is there anyone in the comments that knows when this happened? Do we know if this is a recent video or if it's just something that's come out? Do you know what I mean? Like, did it happen?
But I think it
last
must have
night or-
just come out because otherwise that would have been highlighted, I'm sure, by Paige or Torian.
I know. I just want to know because people are just asking in the comments, when did it happen? Is this before or after?
Right, so we're up to the speech and we're up to the size of his manhood or whatever. Next thing, what about the nut situation?
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. So that was when I watch a video, I watch it and I like to watch it a few times. She threw that out there. Really, if you watch it, she just threw it out there sort of like backhandedly, because she didn't say that. She said, "Oh yeah, I know people that sit in the corner and eat nuts." She threw it out there. She knew what she was saying, but she just threw it out there as like a unintentional.
She was referring to her remark before that word that she used.
That's just the light bulb's just gone off in my brain about that.
Yeah,
Right,
she knew what
someone
she
tell
was
me where I
saying.
can find this video, please.
Karma Quiff has the video.
Right, I'm going to have to drop down, Charlie, for a bit. I need to make a phone call. All right. See you all later. Bye, everybody.
Ringing DWP.
Can yeah, I've got to go make a phone call now. So
I've also earned 10 pence.
Maddie, I need to ring the MOJ as well because I've got to ring the CIA as well after that as well. So,
yeah, that I work there.
Be careful, everybody. He's a grasser. He works for DWP.
You're not being watched now. I've got 62 agents.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but can we get back? So the reference with the nuts, obviously, to me, that's referring to an animal in a corner.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. We all know what that's referring to.
And we know what that word is.
She said, and the nut comment. She knew exactly what that was referring to. She also started singing Buffalo Soldier. Why? We all know why. We all know exactly why she started singing that song.
It seemed like the whole conversation was directed at the R word.
Yeah, and also if you replay it when she is singing the song, she's singing it in an accent as well. So
okay, can we just so we've got singing Buffalo Soldier, referring to an animal in a corner eating nuts. What was the knickers part or the drawers when he said auntie?
He was basically, she said, drop you. Basically, he was being respectful for what she was saying. Yeah,
Hannah, I don't mean to be rude. Hannah, any chance that we could just hear those clips again?
Do you want both of them, or what? Are you want the whole thing?
Both, please. Yeah, if you can.
She started off by taking the piss out of his accent as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. Bear with.
I just couldn't get over the PM remark. You know.
Get off my food!
Right, Canadian Anne just got it up as well.
Stop.
Too dirty.
No, I said 2:30. You asked what time is it over there in Jamaica now?
It's too dirty, me ass. I don't know what you mean.
Dirty.
2:30.
Yes,
Hello, miss.
it's not dirty, it's a complaint. You just said too dirty in my ass.
No, I'm not talking about your ass. It's 2:30 the time in Jamaica.
The time in Jamaica is what?
2:30 the time.
Can you stop telling me I'm dirty? I'm not dirty. It's a complaint.
You're not dirty. You're awesome.
My ass is so. It is. Well, listen, it's not dirty.
You're awesome.
I'm asking you, what time is it in Jamaica?
2:30 p.m.
PM, Isles.
2:30 p.m.
2:30 piles. What's the M stand for? 2:30 piles. What does the M stand for?
M stand for material.
Dirty. P obviously stands for piles, but what's
Did you
the
just say what's the N for?
Yeah.
But somebody's
What's the
asking
M? So PM, she's saying piles for P, but what's
I'm
the
not
M?
understanding. I don't know why you keep calling me dirty for, because I've got piles. It's a complaint. And you just called me too dirty piles. What do you mean with the M?
Dirty. Okay, you're not dirty. I'm telling you the time is.
I'm not dirty. I'm not dirty.
No, you're not dirty.
I get showered at least. Well, once a week now I've had this complaint, but it's usually every 10 days, so I'm definitely not dirty.
Oh, wait. So why do you wear the glasses? You're so, like, not dirty.
I'm not dirty. Because I have piles doesn't make me a dirty person.
It's okay, I catch the speed, please. I'm not saying that no more until I catch the speed.
Your ass is not saying what?
Can you see the time on
No
that?
more.
Your ass is not no more. How come your ass is not no more?
Because I got a lot of people over here doing nothing.
Well, what your ass doing no more? That's what I'm stopped, completely dead. And
guys, them drop our gloves over there.
Drop me drawers, why?
Just antagonising him.
Awful to me for.
That's what she's doing.
Drop your drawers.
Nobody not drop your drawers, auntie. I would never drop your drawers, auntie.
I would never drop your drawers, auntie. That's breaking, that's exactly what he said.
Well, you're a bit more shout at the minute because I only have 2 pair. So you're a bit folded. It was supposed to be black, but you look a bit purple. Too dirty.
Yeah, disgrace.
We've got a clout chaser on screen right now with us. A clout chaser. Go, Kitty.
Get out of the way! He's such a pain in the bum.
Oh, bless him.
Get off! He wants my bloody dick. You're not having the dick.
Right, did you understand that, breaking what she was saying?
Look, you want an appearance? There you go.
So yeah, he was like mocking. She was mocking his accent and degrading him when he was saying 230, and he even comes back and says, "You're not dirty, you're awesome."
Right, and he turned around and said, "Auntie, I would never drop your drawers." Yeah, and that's a sign of respect.
And he said something about, I don't know, I think he says they're dropping gloves over there, and that's when he come back and said, "Dropping my drawers." Again, she's mocking the accent. She knew exactly what he said.
He was trying to insinuate.
That was it. It was dropping nuggets, not dropping drawers. It was quite clear.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not funny. He said 2:30 p.m. Yeah, what's p.m. got to do with piles? And she's sitting there trying to find a word for the M. Yeah, that's what she was trying to do. If you watch it again, watch it from the beginning. When she's asking him the time, he says 2:30, and then he says 2:30 again, and then he says 2:30 p.m. Yeah? So then she says piles, and then she's sitting there trying to think up a word for the M.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, right, but from the start of that, that isn't a laugh. That isn't funny.
Could you not see who did that? Hannah, what the time was, and on the clip.
Well, they're 8 hours.
I could only see when it was uploaded, which was 4 hours ago.
Right, hold on. Aren't they 8 hours in front of us? Aren't they 8 hours in front of us? But she didn't say the time. He said 2:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Right.
So it would be night time over here, wouldn't it? And it'd be daytime over there.
So,
if I'm correct.
Yeah, it would have been her evening. So really, all it is did she do that last night?
Yeah, because look at her. Right, go back and look at her. It's dark over here. It's dark over here.
And what has she got on? Does anyone remember what she had on in the evening?
Remember, if somebody can quickly go out and check out that.
She's got her dressing gown on. I can show. Right, hang on.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
blue and white.
Hold on. I'll show you right now. Sorry, people.
Look on mine.
Right here, look. She's got her dressing gown on.
See that? Other lives where she was in the evening that same day.
And look there, look. It's pitch. So basically, they're in daytime, just going into evening, and we're at night time.
Yeah. But gee, can you see if you can get hold of any
dressing gown? Look,
yesterday during the live or anything late last night with her?
Yeah, what was she wearing?
That'll confirm what she's wearing.
Hold on, wasn't she on yesterday with Aunt Sally?
She was, yeah, but I don't think she would have had her dressing gown on during the day.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't wearing a dressing gown. She was like a top.
So it's just to establish, like, if this was last night. So is this after the 2 other, whatever she's done?
Hasn't someone said she's got a mark above her lip? Has she got a mark above her lip?
Should have got go by.
Right, I think this was only last night. This wasn't before. I know what you're saying. Someone's trying to say, was it before the other situation? I think this is like from last night. Right, hold on, because in one of them, right, hang on, let's go. Right,
Oh my god, guys, I'm so kidding.
Right, have you noticed there's no dressing gown? Look, blue top. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the same video, part 2, yeah? No dressing gown. Blue top. The first video that you just played, Hannah, has got her dressing gown on.
So she's took that off.
That's what she was wearing yesterday, the blue top.
So it was last night then, that video?
That is recent then.
Yeah, that was last night, basically.
So she's not learned one single
So if
lesson.
you go to part 2, you'll see her without the dressing gown and just the top. Like, look, still the same background. She just hasn't got the dressing gown. But in part 1 that Hannah just played, she's got the dressing gown over this top. So
that's what somebody in the comments, that's what she was wearing with Sally.
Yeah, yesterday when she was on live with Sally and Rick, what's his name, Rickstar?
So this is recent then, it's not back.
I'm not being rude. If that was my child, and again, they're not children, they're adults in their own right. If that was my child that was sitting on live and someone turned around and said something about nuts or whatever, I'm telling you this now, to grab the phone and said whatever down to them. Because that again, you know exactly what you're doing. Racism is racism.
I just can't believe that
again, you can't say, it's not right. Again, Maddie, it's not about that. I'm not being rude to anybody. Once you are racist, you are racist.
Yeah.
You don't change. You don't what? Because you turn around and say sorry. Sorry doesn't mean anything because you've gone back straight away and done that again. If I come on here and say, Maddie, you're a blah, 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 or say something to break in, then I come on, I apologise. Then the next day, a week later, again, don't forget, she knows now this is what's getting her the views. The more she says something that's extremely rude or racist or whatever else, the views go up. People start talking about her. This is what they're all understanding now. Instead of them doing their content or whatever they're doing, because I remember when Pearl first come on, she used to do the van, stand and speak at the van, feed the homeless people and have a chat. Why? How comes that all changed?
Yeah, she's gone from one depth to a deeper depth.
So can we quickly listen to the second clip again, Anna, please?
Sorry.
It's all
this
right.
is her yesterday, and people are saying there's a mark above her lip, and this is her on with Aunt Sally yesterday. She'd just got in from work, so obviously this is a different top. But the mark that she has above her lip in that video, she has in this video.
That's same top, innit?
Looks the same.
It's the same top.
Yeah.
You just can't, you can see the neckline, see here, but because she's so close to it and they've got the big Kevin thing there.
What size shoe are you?
Are you coming to my match later?
What size shoe are you?
7.
I don't really think that's worth coming for, do you? Oh, hello, soldier. In the heart of the Caribbean.
I want someone to come take out 8 nuggies, like, right?
Taking me mine, I need them.
What you gonna do with them? I'm gonna share it over here. What you gonna do with
I
them?
know somebody who sits in the corner and eats the nuts, so. What's your name?
Going backwards. Look at the top now. She's going backwards. Same split at the front.
Tell us your name, I'm just told you mine. Tell me your name or I'm not playing another game with you.
OG.
No, it's not your name.
My name, I'm Kevin.
Kevin? That's spitballing. Really? Are you just taking the piss? Or was that really your name? It's not Kevin.
Kevin, my name.
It's not your name. Like a Rupert or a George to me. Yeah, of course it matters. Okay, Rupert.
Are you coming?
Okay, Rupert. The young guy was so respectful during all of that, yeah. She asked him, how come she understood when he just said a patois word about his... She understood that, yeah. I'm not going to say nothing because if you know, you'll understand what I'm saying. But she knew what he said there, but she didn't understand his accent.
Yeah, she knew.
Come on now, you know that's mocking 101. That's like me going up to an Irish person, and please no one take offence because I am Irish, my mum and dad are Irish, going up to my mum and dad and going, oh, I didn't understand what you just said, say it again.
Yeah. And he was just so respectful. My son-in-law is Jamaican and he's always so respectful. Sometimes he can talk very fast and I say to him, stop, what did you say? And he says that, it's all right, Mum. And I just think, oh, that's bless him, you know. But she just utterly took the pee out of him.
Yes, Jenny, the first bit was just as bad as the second. Hannah, was that all of the whole of the second clip?
Yeah.
It was.
Thank you, Hannah. And thank you, Kat, for clout chasing.
Thank you. Is this the only page that has posted this video?
No, and Canadian Angela's got it on there as well.
Yeah, but is this the only... I mean, has it not been posted anywhere else on the FYP?
I can't find it. I've looked.
Yes, hold on, I can tell you.
Is this new?
Yeah, it's from last night.
We're almost positive that it was done last night.
So the thing is, I don't know it were, and you probably all think I'm going to go against it, but I'm not. Someone said, once you've said one thing racist, you're racist. I disagree with that because you can learn and be respectful in the end. And sorry, I've got a sore throat. Well, I think you can be educated and learn. I think a lot of us have over the last few weeks, but when you keep making the same mistakes, you're just a racist. And every single remark in that I just listened to was racist. And the best thing that could happen, in all truth, is that she just comes out and says I'm racist, because I think it was Remy.
But
I think
she did.
Well,
this time, Papa Blaze, that this is it's not only the racism, but it was done in a derogatory, wrong way.
It's done in a sexual way to a young boy.
She's asking the guy what size feet he is.
Right, but on that, this is me playing devil's advocate. If anyone's ever watched my lives at night when I used to talk to like the people in Syria and stuff, and I'd have a laugh and a joke with them, no one ever took it the wrong way because I'd never done anything purposely racist or anything like that.
No. But when you're referring to a black person being in the corner eating nuts,
yeah, that's racist.
Everything else comes into play, doesn't it?
It's not just that.
What's the size of his feet or anything else got anything to fucking do with that?
Yeah, I know, but come on, Charlie. Come on that one. We've all said things like that. I wouldn't say that's racist.
Hang on, what about the part where she said, what time is it? And he must have said 3 times, it's 2:00 p.m.
Yeah, she was just mocking him. That's wrong. Lucky Charm, I'm not halfway up Pearl's ass because I can't stand the woman. I genuinely can't stand the woman. She's a racist. End of. So I won't defend her, but I'm well within my rights to say what I do and do nothing.
Right, that's why I said what I said, because if you remember, when she apologised the first time, about the comment that she made, the first comment, then the next day or whatever, she came back and she goes, F it, I'll say whatever the F I like. And that's what I'm talking about. I wasn't talking about everybody in the world can't change, but she's already told everyone she doesn't care what she is and what comes out of her mouth.
Saying about dropping her drawers.
No, I agree. She's a racist. She there's no denying. She's just a racist. And when I spoke to, I'm sure it was Remy I spoke to, and I said, would you rather someone act racist but pretend they're not racist, or just be racist and say they're racist? And said I have more respect for someone that's racist and said I'm racist.
100%.
I agree. Yeah. I agree.
And that's just the point.
Hi guys. It's worth her saying then, I am a racist person at the beginning of her life. If you're not comfortable with what I'm going to talk about, please leave.
And it doesn't make it right just because she said I'm racist, because racism's wrong. People know where she's right.
Morning.
Hi, morning guys and queens, how are you?
Morning, lovely.
Hi, honey.
I'm just, do you know what? It baffles me. I'm just like, this woman is like on next levels, right? And I've seen what she's been like, and I'm just like, why is she allowed to get away with it and use the fact that, well, I'm a traveller? Listen, I've got, my partner is white, my children are half Irish, yeah. So I'm all up for the travellers, I'm all up for the Irish, yeah. But this woman seems to think it's okay. She can say what she wants to say, and then go, well, I'm a traveller.
I've got it, Kerry.
And it's like, well, hang on. So it's okay to call Sheps what you called her. It's okay to use certain words and think it's okay, and then play the victim. That guy.
Giant's mine. I'm from the gypsy community, my darling. I'm ashamed to say that she's a part of our community. Because what our community go through is very, very similar to yours.
Yes.
So I don't know where she's coming at with this.
Right, Dance, can you say what you was just about to say about the guy? Because I know exactly what you got. Can you just say what you was going to say about the guy, please?
Who, me?
Yeah. Was he not respectful for everything that come out of that young man's mouth? Even down to the auntie, I wouldn't drop you. Again, he didn't have to say none of that, because again, if he'd actually started speaking how any young other person might have spoke to her, everyone would have been sitting there going, well, he shouldn't have said this, he didn't. He treated her with full respect during all of that conversation.
You know what? I'm shaking. I'm holding my phone. I'm shaking. Because I sat there, I've not seen what happened. I didn't come on live yesterday and that, and I'm just like, this guy could have like started cussing her out or whatever, and it's like,
can I just also
he kept
it real.
And just to let people know in the chat, when you're sitting there singing Buffalo Soldier to a black person, that song relates to slavery.
Yeah, right, but she didn't say Jamaica. Did you notice she said Caribbean as well? So she knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah. She's on the next level of. Do you know what? Because I actually I followed her when she was doing her burger bun things and giving food out and whatever. And I honestly believe that once they say something nasty, and you know people love drama and they love nastiness rather than niceness. She starts getting gifts. And thinks, oh, so if I be nasty, I'll get more gifts and I can get away with it because people just allow it, because then I come and say sorry and then I just do it again and have an excuse for it, regardless of the situation that it might affect somebody. Every single one of these people, they're all related to each other with their little friendliness that goes on behind the scenes. They're supposed to be taken off app, or people don't like what they're doing, but they still come back and do the same thing.
They're not gonna cut, as you know yourself. Yeah, you've been on the app long enough now. Yeah, because I think you were like number 2 person I followed when I first come on. You know yourself. They're not gonna come off. Yeah, regardless of what we want or what we're saying, they're not, and they're gonna keep doing it. But what happens is they get more clout, more people start following them, and again, if the other people are racist as well, then it suits their narrative, because then they can get away with say whatever they want to. But as long as people keep pointing it out and keep bringing it up, because again, my kids are black. When you see them, they are black. They know where they come from. They know their mum is white. They know they're Irish. They're proud of each and every single thing. But like I would say, if you sat online with my son and said something about nuts, I'm telling you, it'd be me you'd be coming face to face with.
She was everything that he was saying, she was trying to turn it into something else that he wasn't saying. Like, I don't understand what you're saying, but she knew what he was saying. She knew what he was saying, and she was trying, I don't know, she like doing the mocking thing again.
Do you see the patois? What he said some patois, yeah? She knew exactly what he said then, didn't she?
Yeah.
Right, that's the bit I caught on to straight away. You didn't understand when he said 2:30, because again, Irish people say 2:30. That's how they speak, yeah?
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
She understood. She clearly understood him.
It's
completely run away with it.
It's like you say the tree, or you say, was it? Oh gosh.
Even the Irish say tree in it for 3.
Yeah, and so do they. So it's like she knows.
Yeah, she does. She's just run away with it yet again. And what excuse is she going to come back with now? Well, there isn't really one, is there? That was quite blatantly there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
I no doubt the click in the background will be, in action mode right now, trying to come up with some sort of other storyline to revert from this. But guys, look, this is the third time now.
Yeah, she'll be saying I didn't really understand him. It was me, I didn't understand him, and all that crap.
Well,
Is it on the FYP? Was it actually on the FYP?
Yeah, you can find it on Canadian Ange. She's reposted it on her
And
page.
it's also on Kamikaze's part 1 and 2.
Anyway.
Right, part 1 and 2, Truth Teller has reposted it, and Lady Lux has reposted it as well now.
The thing is, there's no getting away from it. What she did was racist, end of. The racist first time, racist second time, and racist this time.
Come out the box in a minute. Sorry.
It's all right.
I don't know. I'll drop down a minute because I'm going to be driving, but I'm listening. Yeah.
No worries, my darling. Thank you for joining, sweetheart.
Have a good day, hon.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm going to
Thank
drop
you.
down
And
too,
like,
'cause
do you know what?
I'm busting
Bless
for a
up to
coffee.
all of you.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Please have a nice
Bless
day.
up to all of you, and thank you for allowing me to come up in your box and just have a blessed day. I'll be listening in the comments anyway. Yeah.
And you too, John. Mine. I've given you a follow, lovely.
Thank you. Enough love, guys. Mwah. In a bit.
She's got a good match. She's got a good. You like her, Charlie? Trust me, she speaks truth. Don't hold back either.
The thing is, what do you do? What is the answer to it now, though? What is the actual answer? Because she is what she is. We can't deny what she is.
Every time, I think every time she goes live now, somebody's going to go in there and challenge her.
Good morning.
But she's not going to stop being the person she is because she is that person, is she?
Right, Lucky Charm, I agree with you. As white people, we have to go and speak up for Kevin. Yes, we do. We have to go and start, instead of us sitting here and just chatting about it, we have to go and do what we need to do as human beings.
What do you do?
Kieran?
Sorry?
Morning, can we hear from you?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you could hear from me. What would you like to hear from me?
Well, you're the one that joined the box. I thought you might have had something to say with what we were just speaking on.
Okay, well, you know, I can relate to the conversations, obviously, because I was married with a girl from Angola for 19 years. And, yeah, we've got 2 children. And probably, you know, they're different colour of skin. And I live in Ireland as well, you know. Belfast.
Yeah, I was about to say, and you're an Irish man.
Yeah, and I live in Belfast. So, Jesus. I remember when I used to live in London years and years ago. They used to, well, they still do. Some of the pubs in North London have signs outside, but no blacks, no Irish, and no dogs.
I used to stand outside the pub with my dad. My dad and mum are both Irish, and I used to stand outside, and it used to be a community of black and Irish standing outside, drinking and chatting away.
Yeah.
And I will say those were the best days of my life because it was actually a community. The
Can I just say, big up Kamikaze. Morning, fella.
Why did they put the signs on?
Because they were all racist back in those days.
Well, I suppose that's true.
Lucy, what would you like to say, my lovely?
So we touched on creators effing up last night, and I said it seems to be a way of staying relevant, and it's not excusable. It's absolutely disgusting.
It's in North London. Go up to North London, you'll see those pubs.
I have mixed race cousins, and I'd be equally offended, you know, if somebody said that to them. You just don't do it. But I feel like what she's going to do now is she'll come on and say that she's not educated again and she wants to be educated and hold this live that she seems to do where everyone just goes for her. She says, don't block them, let them in, don't mute them.
Are you just Hardies?
Let them be honest, let them go for me. And where she holds herself up to accountability, and it's seen as, you know, she almost holds herself up just to get berated. And then the next time she comes on, it's forgotten. And it's almost like she's keeping herself relevant all the time. But please, can we not say, oh, she's not educated, she's lived a sheltered life? Because that's what she seems to come up with. Oh, I don't know. She gets her words wrong. I don't know, you know, what I'm saying. There's no excuse now. Like, she victimises herself.
Lucy, how old is? Does anyone know how old Pearl is?
She's 57.
Right, well, I'm 50. Right, I was born in the 70s, yeah? So I was born just after her. And I was born in that era, so she wasn't sheltered. She didn't know, no one's lived a sheltered life because
No,
my
exactly.
parents were the ones who went through it.
It's crap, but
Morning,
you know, that seems
Jojo.
to be what she does, and says, you know, she's not grown up like that. She's not been around people. You know, she's not educated enough. She wants to learn.
I could say that.
Help me learn people, and makes herself into the victim. Just don't allow her to make herself into the victim in this time, because and people are saying about the clique, I honestly don't think at the minute there's no existing clique, because where are they?
I think it's a deflection. It could be a deflection of it, of DG as well.
It's as simple as that.
Morning, corrected Queen. Thank you.
Listen, she was she's a traveller. So in those days, those were some of the hardest times probably for the travellers as well. So no one can say anywhere that she lived a sheltered life that way.
No.
Because she would have been taught by her parents the same way that I was taught by my parents, the same way I saw those signs, the same way I taught my kids about those signs.
300%.
See, I was brought up on a caravan site, moved around until I was like early teens. You know, I knew about those words instantly. I didn't need to be taught or, you know, or teached about racism. I knew, you know, my family knew that was not things to talk about or,
acceptable.
You know, brand people of this. That you just don't do it.
She's just rude as well. Even when she's not being racist, she's rude. She brings herself above the person she's on with, like she was doing Tim. Oh, she couldn't understand him.
I see something. Sorry. I don't know. I see something behind that whole persona of her being the racist thing. Okay, let's not get me wrong here for this. What I'm going to say. You know, yeah, there's lots of people around the world are racist.
In reality, I think she's got it into her head that she's a bit like CLA.
Well, yeah, possibly. But, you know, I'm never going to like anyone that's going to be a racist. Let's nail that straight down. But there's just something there with her. I don't know what it is.
And what do you mean, though?
I don't know. I can't actually explain it now at this
something
stage.
Good or something bad?
No, something... Well, yeah, something good, obviously.
Where?
Something that
Because she
appeals to
comes
the viewers.
Sorry?
Right, she comes across like she's everyone's auntie. It's the way that she speaks to people, that draws people in. Is that what? That's
My
how it takes
babe.
it to me.
You're at my babe.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
She didn't give a shit.
Sorry to interrupt, Charlie. A few people are asking to play it again, and as I know you've played it, but the more times you play it, the more people are.
Has anybody
to be honest, you'd be better off.
That can play it.
You'd be better off going to the pages where it's reposted, because then it gets out more. Because if you only watch it in here, it's only getting watched once, isn't it? So you're actually better off watching it and reposting it.
We'll still replay it. Lucy, have you got it there?
I haven't got it. Hannah said that she's there if you want her to join. Hannah, are you still? She's here.
Can I just say, because I need to go because I'm working, but what I'll say before I go is, what really needs to happen is, any creator that's worth the salt, right, should, if Pearl approaches their box, all the big creators, the click, whatever you want to call it, should never allow her in, because all she does is she comes in, she can be totally fucking talking about something totally different. So first thing she comes in and says, I know what I said, and I didn't mean what I said, and I didn't understand what it meant, but now I've been educated. I've really, and that's all she ever says. She doesn't give a shit. She loves the limelight. The limelight that she gets from being in everyone's boxes is exactly what she wants, and she doesn't care. She'll continue to do it and do it and do it. And like doing this is right. You should show it, because that's how people real. But no one should let her in. No one. Angie shouldn't let her in. Miss Red shouldn't let her in. No one should let her in anywhere. And if she tries to come in and she requests the box, what they should do is go, Pearl, I can see you in my box. I don't allow racists in my box. Simple as that. And that'll cut it.
Well
people
said.
know exactly where they stand. Because I'll tell you now, I'm controversial. A lot of you do know me. I'm quite controversial on this app. I've been on here for 4 years, and I'm friend, not controversial in that manner, like Pearl, but with my points of view. And there's big creators on this app that I'm friends with them off the app, but we don't associate on the app because they've got brand deals, and I'm not good for their brand. And that's fair enough. That's allowed. You can still be friends with people, but on the app, you should just say, no, not having nothing to do with you because of your actions on the app. Simple.
Yeah,
That's how it
well
should be
said.
dealt with.
Well
And
said.
don't forget,
Why do you
guys,
keep
don't
changing your
forget, can I
name?
just say this quickly, Pete? Because I am getting messages saying that Deluded One is already defending her. But remember,
she will.
Bad feathers flock together.
Of course she'll defend her because she's...
Of course she will.
Well, they're trying to body up again, you know.
Right, but sorry, you know the point you just made, your friends off the app, yeah?
Yes.
So you don't speak on the app to them, yeah, but you speak off the app. But if you remember, whenever Miss Red and all them lot did that thing, they are still speaking off the app. Why do people not believe that?
Guys,
you know,
quickly, can we, before we go,
Do you want me to play it?
Because of delusion.
Yes.
You better have to be honest and saying I still talk behind the scenes. Why not to be honest?
Gosh, not my face.
Christ, I might go and buy another bottle of vodka now at this stage.
Yeah, I think you need to.
No, I said 2:30. You asked what time is it over there in Jamaica now?
It's too dirty, me ass. I don't know what you mean.
2:30.
Yes,
Hello,
it's
miss.
not dirty, it's a complaint. You just said too dirty in my ass.
No, I'm not talking about your ass. It's 2:30 the time in Jamaica.
The time in Jamaica is what?
2:30 the time.
Well, can you stop telling me I'm dirty? I'm not dirty. It's a complaint.
You're not dirty. You're awesome.
My ass is sore. It is. But listen, it's not dirty. But I'm asking you, what time is it in Jamaica?
2:30 p.m.
PM, Isles.
2:30 p.m.
30 piles. What's the M stand for? 2 dirty piles.
Guys,
what does the M stand for?
M stand for material.
Dirty. P obviously stands for piles, but what's the M stand for?
Material. The P stand for material.
30 piles. I don't know what you're honestly. Sorry, I'm not understanding. I don't know why you keep calling me dirty for, because I've got piles. It's a complaint. And you just called me 2 dirty piles. What do you mean with the one?
Dirty. Okay, you're not dirty. I'm telling you the time is.
I'm not dirty. I'm not dirty.
No, you're not dirty.
I get showered at least. Well, once a week now I've had this complaint, but it's usually every 10 days. So I'm definitely not dirty.
Oh my God. So why you wear the glasses? You're so not dirty.
I'm not dirty. Just because I have piles doesn't make me a dirty person.
It's okay, I catch the speed, please. I'm not saying nothing more until I catch the speed.
Your ass is not saying what?
I'm not saying nothing no more.
Your ass is not no more. How come your ass is not no more?
Because I got a lot of people over here and none of them doing nothing.
But what's your ass doing no more?
Hey,
you're stopped, completely dead.
Guys, them drop our gloves over there.
Drop me drawers, why? Why are you being awful to me for? You're calling me dirty now, you're saying drop your drawers?
Nobody not drop your drawers, auntie. I would never drop your drawers, auntie. Auntie, come on.
You drop my drawers, nephew.
Auntie, I could have dropped your drawers, auntie. The drawers not drop over.
Who's my drawers? Well, they're a bit washed out at the minute because I only have 2 pair. So they're a bit faded. They were supposed to be black, but they look a bit purple. Too dirty.
No, I said 2:30. You act.
Turn off. Do you know what I didn't hear before? Do you know that he's calling her auntie out of respect? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She turns around and calls him nephew.
Yeah.
So that's...
He's been respectful throughout. My 12-year-old has just heard it in the background. She's like, Mum, he's saying 2:30. Why is she being rude? And that's a kid. Do you know what I mean? She's trying to be funny and it's failing. She's humiliating him in the process. And it.
Listen,
not only that, you've still got to look at the derogatory ways in what she's meaning in certain conversations.
Yeah, she's making it sexual or rude or I don't think that's the biggest issue, though. I think that's just, she'll just say I'm trying to be, funny with him and have a laugh, but it's not. It's exactly the way she says. Like someone else said, a lot of Irish people will say 30 in exactly the same way he was. I don't understand where she's trying to make herself relevant.
Can we quickly hear the second clip, Hannah, and then we'll start going back into it again?
Are you coming to shoot for me later?
Am I coming for your shoe? What size shoe are you?
Are you coming to my match later?
What size shoe are you?
7.
I don't really think that's worth coming for, do you? Oh, fellow soldier, in the heart of the Caribbean.
I want someone to come take out 8 nuggy. Like, right?
Take them, they're mine, I need them.
What you gonna do with them? I'm gonna share it up over here. What you gonna do with
I
them?
know somebody who sits in the corner and eats the nuts, so... What's your name?
TikTok police.
What's your name, come backward? Tell us your name, I'm just told you mine. Tell me your name or I'm not playing another game with you.
Chrissy, we're almost 100% sure it's you.
No, it's not your name.
My name, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Kevin.
Kevin? That's a bit boring. Really? Are you just taking the piss? Or is that really your name? It's not Kevin.
Kevin, my name.
It's not your name. Like a Rupert or a George to me. Yeah, of course it never. Okay, Rupert. Well,
are you coming to shoot for me?
That's it.
Yeah, again, I just understood exactly what she was saying and said to call somebody that animal is racist. So if a child can understand it, I don't understand why adults are saying it. It's barbaric, really.
Someone's just said, Torian's just said it's an old video, but old or new?
Well, it doesn't matter, does it? We haven't seen it, so it just adds to...
Yeah, exactly. It just confirms what's actually happened recently,
I've never seen that before.
It doesn't matter if it's old or
I've never seen it either.
It doesn't matter if it's old or new. It's what she is saying in the video to a young lad who's doing nothing but being respectful to her, and then she even turns around and calls him nephew. So again, he was calling an auntie.
It just evaluates what more recent ones that she has done, isn't it? She is. Pearl is a racist.
People are not posting it just to get her hate, Darren. Let's get this bit straight. She's bringing the hate on herself. Sitting in the corner eating nuts. Come on now. You know exactly what you're saying when you're on live.
Am I right to speak, Charlie?
Yeah, of course.
Morning, darling.
Morning, lovely.
So, here's the thing. When this first happened with Pearl, in regards to swearing shepherdess, and it was, I didn't know, I'm not educated. Pearl has had months of education regarding racism, and she continues to just say and do these things that are blatantly racist. If I had a large platform and I messed up once, okay, if I offended and hurt so many people and I was lucky enough to be able to have that second chance, I would be so careful. I would be so respectful. This woman doesn't care. She just continues to be racist and gets away with it every time. Please, can people just stop watching her? If you're watching people like that just for the chance of some car crash entertainment, then you're just enabling it. Stop watching her. She is so blatantly racist for it to just roll off the tongue so easily on a regular basis. She is blatantly racist. It spills out of her with so much ease.
I'm so sorry to
horrible.
interrupt because I
Go
have
on,
to go. I'm
Gracie.
literally running out of my door. Stop bringing fucking agencies into this. Do any of you go on CLA's live and start going, where's this person at Galaxy Agency or whatever else? Do any of you, when I fuck up, contact my TikTok manager? No, you don't, because it's not their fucking fault the way people act. So stop bringing innocent people who have done fuck all wrong into the equation. There is nothing an agency has to or can do when people act in an incorrect way. If TikTok themselves deem behaviour inappropriate and against community guidelines, people will get the ban.
Yeah, I can't
You can't
see
hold
the
other people accountable for other people's actions.
I
So
can't
stop
see
it,
the
'cause it's not
agent.
on.
I can't see the agencies going out their way and telling their their members to be racist.
No. What do you think? That we have control over these people?
Exactly, Gracie. Exactly.
I've got over 100
Gracie, is
members
that
of my
me? I didn't
agency.
mention any agency.
99.9% of them I don't know from Adam, so they could be anyone. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could say anything at any moment. And when they do say those things, you can't go back to the agency and be like, oh, well, you should be held accountable for this. Those bollocks. Absolute bollocks. The agency can't be held responsible for what comes out of someone else's mouth. No, and also, this is what I'm saying, people are putting like Bert and Ralph in the comments. Bert is the nicest woman. Oh my God, she is the loveliest woman. And for anything that anyone says to come back on Bert is just ridiculous.
And knowing Gracie for a couple of years on it now, or over a year now, I'm sure if there was anybody that was like that showed 100%, that they are racist, I'm sure Gracie would call them out.
Gracie, was that at me? I didn't mention any
100%,
agencies.
without a doubt.
Of course you would, Gracie, of course.
Huh?
Was that at me? I didn't mention any agencies.
What was that, Maria? No, I'm not talking to you, babe. I'm talking to the comments.
It's because you said it straight after me.
I'm not talking to you, sweetheart.
Pants.
No, sorry. I'm just going to have my hair extensions refitted, so I'm rushing around like a lunatic, and I can just see people calling people out in the comments about agencies, and it's something that just really gets on my fruity bits. To be perfectly honest with you.
I was just
Do you know what I mean?
Can I just say, I'd like to have hair to have extensions to put on.
Right, Gracie, I understand what you're saying, because again, no one in the box is called agencies outright, but I understand once something is said and the agent does find out, does something happen, or do you still keep that person knowing that they are racist?
You can speak to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like me personally, I would obviously speak to that person, do you know what I mean, and say that's not okay, and I'd call them out on their behaviour.
But what if they kept doing it?
Really. Well, I don't know. I've not really been in that position, to be honest with you. I've not got
I can say the agency.
I'm just asking the question.
You can't hold somebody accountable. You can't hold somebody accountable. It's not their fault. People who own agencies are trying to build businesses. Do you get what I mean? They're not like, for example, I don't know this for sure because I don't know the ins and outs, but I'm pretty sure Bert isn't like best friends with Pearl. Do you know what I mean?
And also
so
a decent.
Right.
That was
a decent
Charlie. That wasn't what I was asking. What I'm asking
is, or somebody that creates content would treat it as a business as well.
Yeah, no, but what I'm asking is, okay, right, Gracie, if you're her anyone's agent, yeah. So, and again, now they're being reported once, twice, 100 times for different content that they've been doing, but it is racist based every time. Would you drop them, or would you just keep pulling them up?
It doesn't work like that. You lot don't understand how this works. If things are against community guidelines and are deemed as racist by TikTok, they will be removed anyway.
Has she not been dropped by Bert and Ralph twice before? Have they taken?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think yeah.
So have they taken?
Where should we direct our concerns? That's a good question. There you go. Lucky Charms, excellent question. If you have concerns, you need to contact TikTok directly. You can do that by going into where you report a problem and submitting a ticket. You can do that. If you have concerns, you can do that. But TikTok are the only people who can deem something against community guidelines or not. We as agencies don't have that power. We can't do that. We can have our personal opinions, but we don't have that power. TikTok do. So TikTok, like the actual TikTok. So if you have those concerns, those are the places to direct it, not to the agency managers, because we don't have that power to deem something as against community guidelines or not.
Well, TikTok don't care either because it's about the money for them as well with most of it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Right, guys, listen, I've got to go because I'm going to be late for my appointment.
Gracie,
Please,
thank you,
Bert
my
is such a
darling.
lovely lady. Please
Have
do
a
not
lovely day, Gracie.
cause Bert any unnecessary stress because this is not her fault.
No,
Happy
birthday and enjoy your party later.
Oh, thank you, my darling. Oh, it's tomorrow, but thank you so
tomorrow?
much.
Oh, I'll be watching.
Yeah, happy birthday, darling.
Big love, guys.
Happy
See you
birthday,
soon.
Gracie.
Bye.
Thank you, darlings. Bye.
Right, I don't know who Bert is, just being honest.
A manager for an agency, I think.
She's not under an agency, people are saying, because she's had to be dropped by them twice for the racist or other behaviour that she's...
Right, so I get what Gracie's come in and said. I get this again, but as an agency or TikTok, yeah, if we're not reporting racism and standards, then we're held
love
accountable
Gracie.
as well.
Guys,
Do you know what? I can't believe what I woke up to. Again, absolutely disgusting. And if that video is old, that makes it worse. Huh? Just saying.
Well,
She's done
because it makes the current stuff more relevant, Joe.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, with it being, if that's an old video, that makes it worse in itself.
Yeah.
Because how come nobody picked up on it before? Until the Laura incident, Team Chef.
It's
It's
shocking.
just shocking. Pearl needs to be off the app. She's a 57-year-old grandmother. What examples is she showing for her grandkids? Doing all this online? Really?
Right, but she's not this. That was right, Joe. Someone brought it to our attention earlier. Whether or not this is old or new, she should never. The things that she was saying to that young man were disgusting. But the way the young man was conducting himself, big respect to him. I'm telling you that right now. Because if he'd have turned around and said something rude to her, everyone would have been jumping on him. I don't care what anyone
why
says.
everybody's coming at me in the comments for saying words that I'll say what I like.
That's
just
the way Jojo speaks.
I don't know who it was that said the fact that because someone said that Torian said it, or someone said it's old, and you're right. It's good. It's good that it is old, but it's new for us because we've not seen it. I've not seen that before, and many other people have not seen it. So it's new to us, but it's old to other people.
Yeah.
But it also shows that this has happened before, and there's mostly hundreds more videos of her doing shit like that we've not seen. Do you know what I mean? And all that's showing us it's a pattern of behaviour that she's been doing for the longest time. And every time she says something, it's I didn't know. I didn't know I was. It's like I'll say to people straight up. I find it offensive when I hear people using the word saying HC instead of saying mixed race. I won't even say it because I can't stand it. Yeah, I don't like when people call me coloured. I'm not coloured. I'd rather be called black. You understand? Yeah. There's certain things that people might say and they'll be like, I thought it was normal. But it depends on your upbringing as well with some people because it's like they're used to hearing it. But you can be educated. Do you know what I mean? There's certain things you say, well, yeah, that's okay, that's acceptable, or no, that definitely ain't acceptable, or that might be offensive.
Right, but through the years, whenever I was growing up going to school, you used to call, my friends would be called coloured back then, yeah?
Yeah,
then
in the 70s.
Then times changed, and then it was mixed race, biracial, black, white. I've never called a black there's a brown person. No, and again, I'd rather know your name so I can turn around and speak to you like face to face. So again, it's all about learning and respect for whoever you're talking to. Again, she doesn't have respect. She doesn't have respect, full stop. Because the way that she just spoke to him, and again, he started off with auntie. He's trying to say to her, listen, I'm not talking to you like that. I am actually respecting what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, definitely. It was the way she was like, tell me your name. I'm like, who are you talking to? Who are you chatting to? Like, if you don't tell me, then I'm not gonna play. Like, who are you? Like, seriously. And I don't even like that POC when people say that. It's like, listen, when the police chatting, they're talking IC1, IC2, and IC3. Okay? You know, they don't say a black man, a white man, or an Asian man. They use IC1, IC2, or IC3. It's a choice. It's a reference. That's what I prefer. I tell people exactly how I like it to be. If people don't like that, that's their problem. Yeah? Don't get an issue for your, like a tissue for your issue. I don't care. I say it as it is. Yeah. Right, Vic, that's the word that I don't like. Say mixed race. Serious. But I think, but like I say, with the fact
remember,
that,
people aren't colouring books.
Yeah, they're not. But you know what? I found funny. I stayed with my friend last week, yeah, and he's a white guy. And I said, you know what? And we made a joke about it because, like, you know, some people you can have a joke about regarding colour. And I said to him, do you know what? I said, I get called coloured. I said, but right now, Neil, you're looking like a Neapolitan. And he started laughing. He went, oh my God, my legs are white, my head's red, and my back is brown. I said, mate, like, well, we had a joke about it, but some people might take offence to it. Do you know what I mean?
See, that's your people in a circle. That was just done on the app, yeah. And again, I'm not being rude to anybody in the comments. I don't care if it was last year, 2 years ago, 7 years ago. It's just been brought to light to us today.
Yeah.
Can I jump in quickly? I missed it, and I think a couple of people in the comments missed it. Is there any chance we can watch it again?
It's shocking the way she's chatting.
I don't know if Hannah's still around or if she's free.
I'll just quickly say, I have a mixed race granddaughter, and she, when we were living in Wales, she was bullied really, really badly, and I was absolutely stunned. Since coming back here, nobody says anything to her now. She's just treated like everybody else. But when she was in Wales, she was not treated that way at all.
Right, but Sarah, if you go
check
to
it out
Wales
on Kamikaz's platform. He's the one that's posted it up, and a few others as well. So if you want to quickly go over and have a look at that on there, it's on there. Kamikaz's with.
Can I point something out? What dawned on me through them videos that we watched of Pearl? She says that she's not educated. She doesn't know what she's saying. She's old, yeah, which I find an insult because I'm not much younger than her. But she actually was asking him the size of his feet. Now, if you're not educated and you don't know the slur words of, you know, that, why would she ask him that? And then why would she turn around and say, oh, no, it's not worth travelling or going to you?
She said, it's not worth me coming.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what are you trying to say?
But do you know where I'm coming from, love? What I'm trying to say? She said she's not educated, but she's educated in that way.
She is educated. She's playing dumb.
And he's telling her the time.
Hold on, Sarah, please. Sorry.
And he's telling her the time, and she's talking about dirty and then bringing in piles. I'm like...
And not only that, referring to somebody as an animal eating nuts in the corner.
Well,
that was absolutely disgusting, that. She knew what she was doing.
And then, well, hang on. Didn't she then use that same kind of terminology with shepherds?
She did, yes.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? It's old news to some people, but it's news to people that, like, I ain't seen that before.
Well, it's made the recent events more relevant now, isn't it, really?
And if you heard after that apology that she did, which was a non-apology, she still sat there and said, I will say whatever the F I like. I don't care what anyone has to say. So again, this is going to keep being relevant no matter when the video was made or whatever. You sat on your platform, you apologised. Oh, I said that all the time. I said that all the time growing up as a child, blah, blah, blah. But then again, we can sit there and say, okay, you're a traveller. So things weren't said to you that you never want people to say to you, because Charlie can turn around and say the same thing. Things were said to my parents and to me because my parents were Irish. So again, I wouldn't go out and now say them to other people, because that just makes me as worse as the people that said it to us.
And I sympathise purely with the black community because, as I said earlier on, we've seen exactly. Look, we're with my community, and I can say this, you know, from me because I've witnessed it and I've seen it. you know, and the lady Shine will probably back me up on this. We see this every day. We hear it every day.
Yeah. Amen.
Every day. And, you know, when you're treated and classed as a third-class citizen within your own fucking country, that's where it becomes a problem.